Hi, welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to talk about self-worth. As the word suggests, self-worth, but most of the time this word has the influence of the society most of the time. All the time I would say, the self-worth thing. Your self-worth depends on whether the society or the surrounding environment of yours, whether it accepts you the way you are or not. The self-worth revolves around that most of the time, till you understand your own worth. And how do you do that? How do you go against the societal expectations on you and become so much thick-skinned to the external expectations on you that you start doing what you love rather than what you should do? When there's a gap between what you love to do and what you should do, there must have to be some reconsideration should be of your life choices. Okay? So there's the things that you should do are considered as duty, responsibilities. And if those responsibilities and duties do not resonate with what you love to do, there has to be some reconsiderations. That's what I'm saying. You know, right now, what is happening in and around us? It's the amount of money that you accumulate over the period of time. The younger you are, the more accepted you are as an achiever, right? Because knowledge thing is quite obsolete now, I guess. But what is happening in this chaos of life, in this run of life? What is happening with us? We are so lost in these two versions of life that we do not even understand what we want now. We look in the mirror and we don't know what we want, right? That is what is happening in between this gap, between the expectations of society and the actions you love to do for yourself. When they say that there are thousands of possibilities of you being successful when you do what you love, and that is true, I guess. That is true because you do not feel warmth. Even overwork is another side of the story, but you wouldn't even feel warmth if you do what you love to do. Okay? And when you love to do something, you will find a way to monetize it, because money is a form of making a valuation of your talent or something that you have curated for yourself or honed the art over the years. That's the valuation. It is not the ultimate goal, but that should be the valuation of your talent. You'll be rewarded if you do enough work. That's what money stands for. Money that you get from showing your talent or showing your art. That's a valuation. But is it your ultimate goal? If that's your ultimate goal, then you should reconsider again what your priorities are, or the priority is. The more precise you are, the more acceptable the answer is, the more clarity the answer has. Okay? So the gap between the societal expectations on you and your expectations on yourself should not be considered all the time, I must say. In the endeavor of finding yourself in this chaos of life, most have lost themselves. And if you have found yourself somehow in your acts, in your activities, you should know that you have won something in your life. Of course, money is everything, but money is not everything in other sense as well. But it will come to you as a valuation of your activities if you honed your art enough to showcase the world, right? Make goal of it like that. Be so perfect in your art or master your art to that extent that money comes fluently, that money has no blockages to come to you through your art. Remember, that's the valuation of your art, not the ultimate destination. The ultimate destination should be the master of it. So do that. And eventually you will find your self-worth at the end of the road. I know that because I am on that journey too. All this time that I am imparting all this knowledge or blabbering or whatever you would say, I can do that because I am on the same journey as yours. If you're watching it till now, I'm on the same journey as yours. So I can tell maybe what you should do or you should not. Maybe it might change over the course of time when in 10 years I become so much knowledgeable that this kind of rules don't apply anymore. But these rules apply now. So I'm going to follow that. And if you know better rules, better for you. Tell me too. What are the rules of life that actually work? Right? But know that that gap between the society, the expectations of the society, and the expectations of yourself on you doesn't define the self-worth of yours. It's the valuation over the course of time that you invest on you. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be anything that this external environment considers to be a value of. It should be that you wake up every day in the morning and can look at you in the mirror and say that you did what you wanted to do at the end of the time, at the end of the day, right? You did what you wanted to do. That's what self-worth stands for. Okay, I hope that helps. Goodbye for now. See you in my next topic. Bye-bye.